Hey, how you guys doing today? My name is Greg, and I'm here today because I want to share my personal testimony about how I came to know my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and just what he has done for my life and how he took me from who I used to be to who I am now and just how this whole thing came about. And I just want to just glorify his name and share this video to everyone just so everyone can give him a chance who hasn't gave him a chance yet. Okay, so like I said, my name is Greg. Um, when I was young, I'll start off. I'll go from where I was when I was young to how I came to where I am now. When I was young, my family, some of my family are Christians, some of my family are not Christians. So my mom, she's a Christian. My dad, he doesn't really believe in Jesus or the Bible. He's very skeptical. Both of my grandmothers are very Christian. My grandfathers were kind of Christian. So you see, like my family is kind of split. Half of them Christians, half of them not. Even the ones that are Christians, all of them weren't really into it. They were just kind of, go to church occasionally and things of that nature. But so naturally, with me growing up, I was around my grandparents a lot, and so I would spend a night over there sometimes, and I would go to church with them. I would go to church with them on some Sundays, and yeah, so I'll probably say I would go to church like once every month, once every couple months, and I kind of slowed down more as I got older. So when I used to go to church, I would hear the word, I would hear the Bible, but I never really paid it. I never really. It just kind of went in one ear and out the other. I never really paid attention to it too much. I was just kind of in church, just kind of listening, and it's hard to explain how I was there all of that time and I never caught on to too much. I knew about Jesus, I knew about the Bible, but I never really went into it. So, and I mean, this was from all the way when I was from the age I can remember, 5 years old or whatever, all the way up until I stopped going to church. I don't know, middle school or something like that, early high school. But from all of those years, I really knew nothing about the Bible, even though I've been to church so many times. I claim myself as a Christian if someone would ask me back then, but I didn't know much about it and I had no personal relationship with God or with Jesus. I just kind of just said I was a Christian just because that's kind of what I was born into. So as time went by, as I started to mature more, 15, 16, as I got into high school, I started to question reality and all that stuff. And what is reality? What is Jesus? What is God? Is God real? What about all these religions? We got Buddhism, Hinduism, all kinds of stuff all over the world. You got the Torah, the Bible. I was just trying to figure out what was real and what was what. So, I was just I kind of left Christianity when I was in high school, like middle of high school. So I stopped claiming myself as a Christian and I just stopped. I didn't really believe in the Bible, and what I found was I was drawn more to the New Age movement, which was like inner peace, meditation. I was even trying stuff like astral projection and stuff like that. I was more on the inner peace stuff and God is everywhere. God is everybody, all of that stuff, whatever I was thinking, but mostly focus on like meditation, inner peace, and happiness, and all that stuff comes from the inside, and you can create your own reality and positive thoughts, positive vibes. I was on all of that stuff, and that's what I believe was real. I no longer believed in Jesus and God and all of that stuff. So during the course, and my mind state for that stuff was from all the way high school all the way until like my third year of college. So I was in that mind state for a good few years, probably 5 to 7, 5 to 6 years. I don't know. So, uh, yeah, that was my mind state, and I was just living that way. And when I had that mind state, how my life was going, I was doing a lot of stuff, being young and foolish. I was drinking alcohol, smoking, doing drugs and stuff. I was cheating on all of my girlfriends. I didn't care anything about it. All I cared about was getting caught. And I barely cared about getting caught either, honestly. So I was cheating on my girlfriends. I was cheating on, cheating in school, all that kind of stuff. Uh, what else was I doing? Lying, stealing, uh, just all kinds of bad stuff that you can think of. I was doing it. Obviously, I was, you know, worshiping false things, worshiping this inner peace or whatever, So I was doing all of this terrible stuff that I shouldn't have been doing. And I was just living my life that way. And I kind of knew, or I assumed that this stuff wasn't right. So I would literally try to meditate, because that's what I thought the truth was. I would try to meditate. I would try to seek this inner peace. I would try my hardest. I mean, meditation hours a day, you know what I mean? I would be researching all types of stuff online, inner peace, people like-minded like me, I'm trying to overcome this stuff, and I could overcome none of it. I was still cheating. Years later, I was still cheating, still drinking, still on drugs, still doing all of that stuff. So I couldn't overcome it on my own. I tried and I tried and I couldn't overcome it. So this was my mind state, like I said, all the way up until like my third year of college. So I met a girl. I met a girl my sophomore year in college. Her situation was actually similar to mine. She used to be a Christian, but she had drifted off. She had drifted off from it. She had drifted off from it, and she was kind of in a similar place that I was, and we met each other, and we started dating pretty fast. And yeah, that happened with that. So eventually, let me try to get get to the point here. So we're both kind of on the path of life, trying to figure out who he was or whatever. So I mean, I was during all of this time, like I graduated college, and I was trying to, I was in the process of getting a good job, all this stuff. But it's always been something in me that was searching for the truth. I was still searching for the truth. I was still searching every day. I still didn't feel fulfilled. I was thinking like, okay, I graduated college. I got some good jobs on the way or whatever. Is this all there is to life? Because I still felt like it was something missing, kind of like, I don't know. It just felt like a little something was missing in my life. I didn't feel fulfilled. I didn't feel complete. It just felt like I was missing something. And that inner peace was not fulfilling who I was. That inner peace that I thought was real, and meditation and all of that stuff did not fulfill me. Even though I was practicing it daily and all of this stuff. So I was still searching for the truth, searching for the truth. And one day, something just came over me. Something just came over me and just told me, I just had this urge. I just had this urge to read the Bible. I take it back to what I told y'all in the beginning about how when I was young, I used to go to church and stuff. I picked up the Bible and read a couple pages here and there my entire life, but I've never really read it, especially when I actually grew up. Never read it, And if I did read it, I didn't pay. It just went in one ear and out the other. So something came over me and just told me, read the Bible, read it, read it, read it. So I just picked up the Bible one day and I just started reading. I started reading diligently, reading and searching it and reading it and reading. I started on the book of Revelation because that's what interested me, the prophecy of what's going to happen at the end of days and all of that stuff. So that's where I personally started. So I just started reading all of this stuff, and for some reason it just seemed so true. Like it was something different about the Bible from everything else that I've read, from everything else that I've heard, from everything else that I've seen. I was just reading, it was just talking to me. Like I just had a feeling this was something different. So I just kept on reading. I went to the book of Genesis, about the creation of all things. I started reading the book of Genesis, and I was just getting more and more into the Bible, and I was like, what is this book? And next, I had heard so much about the book of Matthew, and Jesus Christ also obviously is like the focal point of Christianity. And I heard like the book of Matthew was the primary book about Jesus. So I was like, you know what, let me read the book of Matthew and see if I can learn about this. And I read the book of Matthew and I was just reading and reading and reading. And I was just, I don't know what to say. I just started believing. Something in me was just telling me this is real. This is the truth. Everything was making sense. I don't want to say this, but I used to pride myself on like being a wise person. And when I read the Bible, the words, it was so much wisdom just overflowing from the Bible on a page to page basis, wisdom that I've never heard in my life. And I just believed it. I don't know why, I don't know how, it just seemed so real to me. I just believed it. So I was like, okay, you know what? If this thing is real, if this is the truth, then I got no choice but to believe it. So I got down one night soon after I was reading the Bible or whatever, maybe a few days later, and I just prayed. I remember praying. I prayed and I was like, you know, Jesus, if you are real, can you please show me that you're real or show me that this is true? And I had a dream immediately. And in my dream, it's hard to explain, but it's just like I just saw a figure in front of me and I knew it was Jesus. He was just standing there and I knew it was Jesus. I'm not saying that was actually Jesus in my dream, but when I prayed for that dream, I had it and I just knew, I immediately had, I was like, I know it, this is it. So from that point on, I just got on my knees and I just confessed my sins, gave my life to Jesus Christ, gave my life to God, and my whole life just changed. The Holy Spirit came over me. My whole spirit just changed. All of those things I told you about, smoking, drinking, cheating, adultery, all that stuff fell off. Boom, 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 like it was nothing. Everything was leaving me, and I was just overcoming all of that stuff like it was nothing. I lie to you not. Things that I thought were impossible, things that I have questioned, I have seen many people not been able to overcome. Jesus showed me that it's been possible, and I have overcome it myself, and I'm a living testimony. And all of these things were just falling off of me just easily, and every day that goes by, I've just been worshiping Jesus more and more. He's just been providing more and more miracles in my life every day, and that's how I came to Jesus Christ. He just saved my life, and my spirit my spirit changed. My spirit changed from wanting to do whatever I want, wanting to commit all of these evil things, wanting to smoke and wanting to, just lie, wanting to cheat. My spirit changed from that to literally wanting to be righteous, wanting to do the right thing. Literally, innate instinct. My instinct is no longer to do those evil things. My instinct is to want to do the right thing, want to be righteous, and want to serve God. That's my instinct now. That's my spirit now. A whole new spirit was given to me by Jesus Christ, by God. Thank God. And this is just my testimony.